Browns' final day of practice here in Berea as they prepare to host the Ravens on Sunday, and they will have a new left tackle on Sunday. Now, Kevin Stefanski wouldn't just come out and confirm that it was going to be Dawand Jones, but with Jedrick Wills missing this football game, Mary Kay, all signs are pointing to Dawand Jones, including when we talked to Dawand himself. All signs are pointing to Dawand Jones starting at left tackle.
Yes, you can count on it being Dawand Jones. He will be out there, and who knows, this could be the start of something. Maybe not immediately, but I remember talking to Dawand Jones last year for a feature story that I was doing, and he said he would love to start at left tackle here and follow in the footsteps of the great Joe Thomas. Now today he said, I'm no Joe Thomas, but he is excited about getting out there, getting back into the starting lineup, and seeing what he can do on that left side.
And Ashley, as we go through these last 10 games, so much of this is about finding out answers and finding out about things. And maybe, if Jedrick Wills is hurt, if he's going to miss some time, maybe you can stumble onto a long-term answer here at one of the game's most important positions.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be important for them to get a look at Dawand here, because I think ideally had Dawand had a quote-unquote normal rookie year and hadn't been thrust into that starter role when Jack Conklin went down, I think they probably would have spent some more time training him at swing tackle. I think that's how they viewed him. We know he did play some left tackle in college at Ohio State during his first 2 years, so he's gotten some experience there. But like Mary Kay said, he was very adamant last year talking to her that he would love to be a starting left tackle in the NFL. So I think it's important for everyone involved to give him a good look there at the position.
And of course, we'll point out left tackle is where you can make a lot of money at right tackle, but left tackle, of course, is where that real money gets made. Now, quarterback, we know Jameis Winston will start, and we also now know, Mary Kay, that Dorian Thompson-Robinson is healthy enough to be the backup on Sunday.
Yes, he is. His finger, which he injured against the Bengals, is feeling fine for him to go out there, and if he gets pressed into service against the Ravens, he feels like he can grip the ball better, and he could be able to get through the rest of the game if necessary, with, of course, Jameis Winston starting this game. And the key thing is, I asked him too, are you eager, ready to get back out there and start some more games once this finger is a little bit more healthy? He said yes. I think it's going to happen.
And, again, Ashley, going with that theme, you got to find out about guys. DTR is another one of those guys that at some point this season, they're probably going to want to get some more answers on.
Yeah, I think you have to find out what role, if any, you want DTR to have in this quarterback room going forward. We know when they drafted him as a long-term backup for Deshaun Watson. The two had a relationship, obviously training together out at UCLA when Dorian was still in college there. But now with so many questions about Deshaun Watson, his future here, and that quarterback room, seeing if Dorian has a chance to compete for a starter's job, if you want to keep him around as a backup, if you might want to try to trade him or something, they have to figure out what they want to do there with him. He's just another element of all the questions in that quarterback room.
Now, of course, especially if the Browns lose this game, rumors will start to heat up with the November 5th trade deadline. That's coming after their game against the Chargers. They've already made one trade, of course, with Amari Cooper. You're going to hear wild rumors, and one of those rumors, one of those names that keeps getting sort of thrown out there in the no, they really won't, but could they category is Myles Garrett. And Mary Kay, he was very definitive today about what he expects to be doing after that November 5th trade deadline.
Yes, I asked him, have you been reassured by the Browns that you are not going anywhere? And he said, I will be playing here. We kind of knew that, but to hear it come right from Myles' mouth, I think was key. It means he's been told that, and he's got nothing to worry about between now and November 5th. Now, maybe some of his teammates might have something to worry about. We've heard Zadarius Smith's name mentioned in trade rumors and some others, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, and it's always been Myles' goal, Ashley, to finish his career as a Cleveland Brown. So even if they went into some sort of rebuild, whether it was a soft rebuild or even a harder reset, I'm sure Myles wants to be here to see it through.
Yeah, and we know all the work, I think, and time and effort Myles Garrett has put into ingraining himself into the community beyond just the football field. All the work he's done with United Way, for example, the different murals he's commissioned to be in downtown Cleveland, all of these things off the field, the Natural History Museum, everything he's done there in the past, all his work with kids in the area. So I just feel like it wasn't surprising to hear Myles Garrett say that. I truly believe him when he says he wants to be in Cleveland for the rest of his career.
Okay, we will have full coverage of everything that happened here in Berea and, of course, what happens on Sunday against the Ravens. Predictions, podcasts, stories, all sorts of stuff at cleveland.com/Browns.